I accept this nomination for President of the United States of America. But while I'll be a Democratic candidate, I will be an American president. I'll work hard for those who didn't support me, as hard for them as I did for those who did vote for me. The current president has cloaked American darkness for much too long. If you entrust me with the presidency, I will draw on the best of us, not the worst. And now history has delivered us to one of the most difficult moments America's ever faced. Four historic crises, all at the same time. The worst pandemic in over 100 years, the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, the most compelling call for racial justice since the 60s, and the undeniable realities and just the accelerating threats of climate change. This is a life-changing election. This will determine what America is going to look like for a long, long time. Character is on the ballot. Compassion is on the ballot. Decency, science, democracy, they're all on the ballot. Just judge this president on the facts. 5 million Americans infected by COVID-19. More than 170,000 Americans have died. More than 50 million people have filed for unemployment this year. The tragedy of where we are today is it didn't have to be this bad. It's not this bad in Canada or Europe or Japan or almost anywhere else in the world. The president still does not have a plan. Well, I do. We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately. We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs. We'll make sure our schools have the resources they need to be open, safe, and effective. We'll put politics aside. We'll take the muzzle off our experts. Honest, unvarnished truth. We'll have a national mandate to wear a mask, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another. And speaking of President Obama, a man I was honored to serve alongside for 8 years as vice president, let me take this moment to say something we don't say nearly enough. Thank you, Mr. President. You were a great president, a president our children could and did look up to. No one's going to say that about the current occupant of the White House. Will we be the generation that finally wipes out the stain of racism from our national character? I believe we're up to it. I'll be a president who will stand with our allies and friends and make it clear to our adversaries the days of cozying up to dictators is over. Under President Biden, America will not turn a blind eye to Russian bounties on the heads of American soldiers. Nor will I put up with foreign interference in our most sacred democratic exercise, voting. May history be able to say that the end of this chapter of American darkness began here tonight, as love and hope and light join in the battle for the soul of the nation.